Hello students, this is Shweta Roy. This video is for chapter 6, part 1, History, the Vedic period, 1500 BC to 600 BC. In this video, we are going to discuss about arrival of Aryans, division of the Vedic period, main features of the Vedic period. In that, we have the Vedas and orally transmitted literature of the Aryans, social life and Varna system. So these are some of the topics which we are going to discuss in this video. In our previous chapter, we discussed about the great Harappan civilization. We also discussed that the great Harappan civilization began to end around 3900 years ago. According to some of the scholars, it was the time when Aryans arrived in India. That was about 3500 years ago. And because of this only, there was the collapse of the Harappan civilization. Now the Aryans composed the Vedas. The Vedas contain lots of information about the life of the people of this period, and that is why this period is called Vedic period. Now we will discuss about arrival of the Aryans. So most of the historians believe that Aryans were a semi-nomadic, pastoral but cultured race of people. They lived in Central Asia, and one group, later known as Indo-Aryan, broke away from the main stock of Indo-Europeans in Central Asia and moved eastward and reached the Indian subcontinent. This assumption is also supported by some of the facts, like certain words and terms are common both to the European language and the Indo-Aryan language and Sanskrit. For example, Matri. Matri in Sanskrit and mother in English. Bharatri in Sanskrit and brother in English. And Bruder in German, etc. So this was the reason Sanskrit is considered to be a part of the Indo-European family of languages. Also, this family includes Indian languages like Sanskrit, Hindi, Assamese, Gujarati, Kashmiri, Sindhi, and European languages like English, French, German, Greek, Italian, and Spanish. Now the languages like Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Malayalam belong to the Dravidian family of languages. Now the languages used in northeast India belong to the Tibeto-Burman family, and the languages spoken in Jharkhand and some part of central India belong to the Austro-Asiatic family of languages. Now, maybe the population of Indo-European increased and they were forced to move out from their original place in search of new shelters and pastures. Also, there would be Aryans fled away to their homeland due to some disease or drought, and those who migrated to India came to be known as Indo-Aryans. So this is how there was arrival of the Aryans. Now we have division of the Vedic period. So the Aryans came to India, they entered into India in stages. So the early Aryans, they came and they first settled around the river Indus and river Saraswati, which is now dried up. And this stage of history is known as early Vedic period, which is 1500 BC and 1000 BC. So the period between 1500 BC and 1000 BC is known as early Vedic period. Now, source of information of this period comes from the Rig Veda. So this period is also known as Rig Vedic period. Now, after that, Aryans moved ahead and settled in the Ganga Valley. And they renamed the entire region, whatever was there under their control, they renamed that area as Aryavarta. Aryavarta means the land of Aryans. Now, this period is between 1000 BC and 600 BC. And this period is known as later Vedic period. And the main sources of information of this period are the Yajur Veda and Sam Veda and Atharva Veda. Now, here you can understand that Vedic period is divided into two parts, early Vedic period and later Vedic period. And that is because the Aryans came in India, entered in India in stages. Now, early Vedic period is 1500 BC to 1000 BC. And this period is also called Rig Vedic period because the source of information comes from the Rig Veda. Now, when we go to later Vedic period is 1000 BC to 600 BC. And the source of information is Yajur Veda, Sam Veda and Atharva Veda. Now, in this chapter, we will study about the Rig Vedic period, which is early Vedic period. Now, the main features of the Vedic period is our next topic, which we are going to discuss. So, the Vedas, an orally transmitted literature of the Aryans. The word Veda means knowledge. And that is why Vedas are a treasure house of the knowledge and collective wisdom of the Aryans. We have 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharva Veda. So these are the 4 Vedas which we have. And Rig Veda is the oldest book in the world. It was composed about 3500 years ago in Old or Vedic Sanskrit. The language which is used is Vedic Sanskrit. Rig Veda is a collection of prayers sung in honor of Hindu gods and goddesses. Among the gods, 3 were prominent. They were Indra, the god of war and rain, Agni, the god of fire, and Soma, a plant from which a special drink was prepared. So, Indra, Agni and Soma, these 3 were prominent in the Rig Veda. Rig Veda is divided into 10 mandalas or volumes. There are 10 mandalas or volumes of Rig Veda and 1028 hymns are there in the Rig Veda. They are also called Sukta or well said. hymns were composed by rishis or sages, and most of the rishis or sages, they were men. Only few of the hymns were composed by women. Now, some of the hymns in the Rig Veda are in form of dialogues. And one such famous dialogue is between a sage named Vishwamitra and two rivers, the Bees and the Satluj. The rivers like Indus and its tributaries and the Saraswati, the Ganga and the Yamuna are named in the hymns. And because of this, historians assume that these hymns were composed in those areas through which these rivers flow. They also point out that the sages lived in a society where horses and cows were important animals because they compared the rivers with these animals. And also it is assumed that chariots and carts would have been used in the society. So by going through this Rig Veda, we can get a lot of knowledge about the living style of that period. The Rig Veda also highlights the social, economic, political and religious condition of that period. So here you can understand that Rig Veda is a collection of prayers sung in honor of Hindu gods and goddesses. Now Samved. So Samved is a collection of songs mostly taken from the Rig Veda. Yajurved is collection of sacrificial formulas, and Atharva Veda is a collection of songs, spells and magical charms and evil spirits. These Vedas were orally passed from one generation to another. Now priests used to teach the students to recite and memorize each sentence word by word with great care. And this process continued for several centuries. And finally they were written. So earlier it was orally passed from one generation to another. And later they were printed less than 200 years ago. Now the Vedas became the basis of Hinduism, which is one of the oldest surviving religions in the world. Apart from Vedas, the Puranas, Upanishads, the Brahmanas and the epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata, they are epics. They are also the other great collections of the Aryans. And all these books are collectively known as Vedic literature. Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads, Brahmanas, epics, all these are known, collectively known Vedic literature. They not only tell us about the religious beliefs of the people, but also about the social, economic and political life of the people at the same time. To check your progress till now, we have a question for you. What is the difference between the present education system and the education system of the early Vedic period? And which system do you think is the best? Give answers. So you need to do this question. Now we will discuss about the social life. So in social life, family. So that time Rig Vedic people, the early Vedic people were having a joint family. and there was one senior most male member who was called Grahpati. He was the head of the family. So Grahpati was the head of the family, who was the senior most male member of the family. Now the Grahpati made all decisions which were accepted by the other members of the family. Then women. So the Rigvedic women held great respect in the society. During this period, some learned women like Apana, Gosha and Vishwavarna even composed hymns for the Rigveda. No religious ceremony could be performed unless the wife was present. If wife was present, then only the religious ceremony could be performed. Women could choose their husbands in a ceremony which was called Swayamvar. So this was the lifestyle, social lifestyle of early Vedic period. Then there was Varna system. So Rigved was divided into the societies. The society of the Rigved was divided into groups. So that we will discuss here. So the priest or the Brahmanas. So in this group, the people who were there in this group, they used to perform various rituals. They looked after religious or spiritual matters and recited prayers. So this was one group of the society, the priest or the Brahmins. Then you have the Rajas, Kshatriyas, and they were the leaders of the warriors. They were often brave and skillful warriors. The king and the warriors were known as the Kshatriyas, and they protected the common people from Kshati or harm, and that is why they were called Kshatriyas. So you have priest who were Brahmanas, Raja who were Kshatriyas, then you have Vish who were Vaishya, and then you have Dasa who were Shudras. So these were four groups of the society. They were called Varna system. Then you have Jana or Vish. They were the Vaishya. So the word Jana or Vish was used to describe the people or the community as a whole. The group of villages inhabited by the people of the particular tribe was called the Jana or Vish. And the word Vaishya comes from the Vish. This group of people were mainly cultivators and craftsmen. Several Vish or Jana are mentioned in the Rigveda by name, like Puru Jana or Vish, the Bharat Jana or Vish, the Yadu Jana or Vish, etc. Then we have Aryas and Dasas or Dasyus. So the Rigveda frequently mentions the word Aryas and Dasas. The people who composed the hymns described themselves as Aryas, and they called other opponents as Dasas or Dasyus. So Dasas are said to be the original dark skinned inhabitants of India. They did not perform sacrifices and worship the same gods as the Aryans. They spoke different languages, and the first division in society was between the fair-skinned Aryans and the dark-skinned Dasas. And thus, this division was based on the skin color or Varna. Later, the word Dasa referred to anyone who was a slave. Slave might be men or women, and they were often captured in war and they were treated as the property of their owners. The owners could make them do whatever work they wanted. Now, Arya came to refer to anyone who was noble and respected. And again, the term Sudra came into existence, that included the Dasa and those Aryans who disobeyed social rules. So like this, the division of society based on people's occupation started during the Rigvedic period, but the division was not very sharp. I hope you all understood all the topics taught in this video. Thank you.